But what if you're able to like break through that glass, right? And you can like, you've just torn up that glass, it's shattered. One of these 2 sections, maybe 3 sections are gone. And now you're in there shooting your shit because you see how big it is.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
How big it is inside of there.
You can get some pierces.
Battle in there, right?
Yep.
And people are pulling out their guns. If it's not in a safe zone, I don't know if you're going to be able to have guns in these areas, but you're like having a fight inside of the damn tree area.
Yeah, man.
Crazy, yo.
Man, I think we're getting very excited here. We got to do first steps. Score has to be released, and then showroom, then missions, mining missions, and then what you're saying, I really do hope it does come true though, because that's something that I would want to be a part of. Hey there, it's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. If you're new here, I do Star Atlas videos, tutorials, commentary, and general updates for the Star Atlas metaverse. Full disclosure, I am a part of one of the leading DACs in Star Atlas, AFIA. You might have heard about us, AEP, though I don't think this should be a problem. I do this because I love it. Star Atlas has captivated me. I'm aiming to be a part-time Star Atlas streamer. If you want to support me, all you gotta do is click that button and ding that bell for me. Thanks for your support. Let's get to this episode. Hey you guys, it's me, the MetaVerse Explorer, back again. This time we have an interview with the Moon Man, or he likes to be called just Moon Man. So this guy is from Final Frontier, one of the major leading DACs in Star Atlas. They are called the Decentralized Autonomous Corporations. It's a group of people that want to get together and do something great in Star Atlas. So we have Moon Man with us today. We're going to talk Star Atlas for today, about 30 minutes, just talk brush on some topics. Mr. Moon Man, how are you going today? Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm doing great today. I really appreciate you reaching out to me and saying you wanted to do this. I've seen you a lot on YouTube, and this is truly an honor. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, man. We did talk previously before, but it's nice to meet a fan as well. And we're both creating the same thing. We're both in the same space together. We're both on the same level. So it's nice to have some on the level chats about the same things that we're interested in. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you. I'm fanning out right now, y'all.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I guess the first thing we'll start off with is you've got this really incredible looking avatar on here. And for anyone that's wondering, we're chatting on Discord at the moment. And he's come on with this avatar. It's all purple. He's got a moon background. Obviously, he's the Moon Man. So this is incredible. Tell us about this avatar you got going.
Yeah. So this is the Moon Man. I feel like we're moving into this world where metaverse is really going to be a big thing, and I just kind of wanted to get a head start on this and really be ahead of the curve and make sure that I got my feet planted in this whole ecosystem that's coming. And it's the Moon Man. I thought of this probably about 2 months ago. I created an idea in my head, started looking around, and got some ideas, reached out to Twitter and just said, hey, is anybody a 2D artist, 3D artist? And I actually got some responses. One person reached out. He was super easy to work with. And here we are today. We got the 2D art. I had somebody rig it, and you can see him if I pause for just 2 seconds.
Yeah, you go still.
You can actually see him breathing just a little bit. So
wow, that's crazy.
Just an extension of myself, and I didn't want to do like a voice change, or I didn't want to do anything drastic. I just wanted to be myself, but really just come to life through a character. So this is really fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I can see it is very lifelike as well. It's got good anchoring, if that's what they call it. I can see like the actual movements within your neck and your head. Can you try and move your head as well for us, just side to side, so we can have a look?
Yeah, so I can move it side to side.
Oh, look at that. Jesus Christ.
And then I can go. And then here's like funny, I'll look back on this in a couple of years, like,
this is the beginnings of something great.
A little bit of a stretch and a morph, and maybe if I'm,
I can just
something really cool too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I can just totally imagine this. Like in the Star Atlas metaverse, you are like the news reader, or you are like the 3D avatar in the tavern or the town square where someone comes and talks to you. This is the beginnings of something great. I feel like this is awesome. I'm also fanning out right now.
Yeah, this is crazy. And this is just nuts because literally I just completed the rig this weekend, and this is the first time anybody is literally seeing it come to life, and it's just great to do it on a platform like this, and especially yours. So I can show you this too. Watch this. So being the Moon Man, obviously space exploration is what I'm all about, bounty hunting. But I can do this. Watch this. Boom.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty awesome.
It would be even super awesome if it was like Web3 and you could own those planets. If your Final Frontier had 64 plots on that planet and you guys actually own that planets and you can display it in Discord. Now that would be cool as well.
That would be sick. I totally agree. I really agree.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, let's move on. Like, it's been pretty good, but we got to talk about Star Atlas now, right? Let's talk. Let's talk. So, Star Atlas, this grand vision of a metaverse where anyone can come and work space exploration, shipbuilding, manufacturing, supply chains, bounty hunting, data running. Oh, there's so many things we could talk about, but let's try and narrow the conversation down a little bit more. So you, right, on your avatar right now, the Moon Man, you've got on the left-hand side of your chest, you've got the Final Frontier logo. So can you tell us a little bit about Final Frontier?
Yeah, so as the Moon Man, I am the operations officer for Final Frontier. What basically Final Frontier is it's a it's a military-based team, but we're all about change. We've got to create the change movement, create change movement, and we're really just about supporting others, making sure that everybody is taken care of, but putting others before us, service or whatever Ardo says, right? We're just about change, and we're just really about just taking care of others and dominating what we think is ours for the taking. And it's just a really great team to be a part of. Everybody's putting in hard work. Everybody's really, grinding out these late hours. Everybody's really just making things happen, and that's what it's really all about.
That's awesome. It's nice being a part of a community such as like that, such as AEP, AFIA as well. I feel like we have some similarities there, but it also makes me feel like I don't want to get in your way, because you guys said you want to dominate everything that you feel is yours. So I feel a bit scared about running into Final Frontier in the high risk zone.
Yeah, everybody definitely should be scared. I mean, we're not a team to mess with, but, we're also out here, fully about respect. And that's why we have like the UMO, and there's a couple other guilds in that. And it's really just about networking, making relationships, communicating with others, and really seeing who's out there ready to just, get what they deserve. So, we're really just trying to be pioneers of the space of Star Atlas Metaverse.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And the UMO, for those that are listening on YouTube that aren't quite aware, the UMO is the United Metaverse Accords, UMA, isn't it? Or UMO?
It's UMO, but I never understood why it was UMO, because it is United Metaverse Accords. So it would seem like it should be, right UMA, but it's UMO. So
that's something that we found out. So that is like literally, think about it as the United Nations of the Earth, where it's every different country, or in this case, every different DAC coming together to form like a cohesion and a community of cooperation where they can, propose peace or trade or just build relationships in the general sense. So awesome, man. And it's nice again to be talking to you as part of the UMO. I don't think AFIA is part of the UMO yet. We might be evaluating it at the moment. But we'll move on with the Star Atlas talks a bit. So let's talk about Star Atlas in general, right? What's the play style of Final Frontier? And after that, we'll probably talk about the market sentiment of Star Atlas at the moment.
Yeah, so Final Frontier is really about controlling what's ours and controlling what's out in space. And really...
so that's an general purpose guild, per se. So AFIA, we're more into shipbuilding and industry. There are piracy guilds out there. Are you guys more of a all-round?
Yeah, we're more all around. We're about logistics. We're really about just really dominating. I mean, that's what we want to do. And we just want to work with the relationships that we have. We have bounty hunters. We're gonna have shipbuilders. We're gonna have, we're just gonna really have every role you can imagine.
Yep, jack of all trades.
Exactly. But it's just really to use what we have, in our pocket and just get out there and do what we're supposed to do in Star Atlas.
Yeah, right on. Okay, and market sentiment. So at the moment that we're filming this, Bitcoin isn't doing very well at the moment. The entire market isn't doing very well. And as well as the Star Atlas community and the Star Atlas ships on chain, we can see this is not doing very well at the moment. So we can see, for example, on the screen at the moment, we're looking at the Star Atlas price, the market price, which has gone down a little bit. And we're also going to look at the Star Atlas marketplace, and we can see some of these ships. Some of these ships are actually selling at a significant premium to what they're supposed to be worth as the MSRP. What can you tell us about the market sentiments at the moment? What is Final Frontier feeling?
I think the marketplace, you're going to have a lot of jumps and a lot of spikes in prices. It's nice to see that a couple of these new ships have been added on here, and I think people are excited. But when it comes to market price, it's really just about getting in early and also just getting what you feel is going to benefit your team. We have a couple of big ships. A lot of our members have ships they can forward, but we definitely have a fleet that we know we can do something with, and we know that we're really not too worried about the firefight out there in deep space, right? Especially being in the UMO. But one thing that I like to always say is, everybody wonders if all these ships are going to hold value, and I think that really depends on what Score is going to bring for us. When it comes to the prices, they can go up or they can go down, but I think Score, if you're going to get a good return, which I think Score is really going to give us a good return, then you're going to see those prices of the ships really go up. If it happens to be not a good return and it's just the worst of the worst, right, you're of course going to see those ships drop down. But I don't think this is a game that's being built to give returns, of a penny a day. I don't think that's what this team's out to do. So I think we're going to see some pretty good prices.
Yeah, I think the current talking in AFIA at the moment was that the team and Michael Wagner did mention that they're going to reduce the emission of the ship scores in keeping in mind that they want it to be a more long-running reward system, and they don't want to just start giving out a lot of tokens right off the bat. So yes, I think they are incentivized, to keep Score very good for the community, because people are having these ships that are non-productive assets at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think people are a little bit upset about that. In full honesty, people have these ships that are worth $2,000, maybe sometimes $10,000, maybe $50,000 that aren't really producing anything at the moment. And this is why people are really rushing for them to bring out Score. So I think that maybe we can take the conversation towards Score. You're looking forward to it, of course. I am, of course.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Score. This has been something I've been waiting for since the beginning of September, when they were releasing the ships and telling us it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks out. That didn't happen, but we are a community, and it that we stand by. The fact that they're transparent with us. We stand by that, and we understand that we want the best game that can be developed, right? And if you guys got to take, speaking to the team, if you guys got to take a couple of more weeks, that's totally fine, because like we tell people in Twitter all the time, like, this is new development. They're working in engines that they've never used before. This is blockchain gaming. It's so new to the world, and something special like this has never really been built before, so it's going to take time. And if they were to release a game that was just bugged out, that would be bad, because it's going to stain the name, right? So if they're saying it's going to take a little bit of time, yeah, go ahead. If it's going to take a little bit of time, then please take that time.
Yeah, definitely. And like we have seen a few delays in regards to score. And for those that aren't quite aware, we're on the Star Atlas Notion site, which gives us a timeline that's updated every Friday by the team. And we're looking at score at the moment, which is the ship commissions on remote expeditions. It's the enlist your ships to your faction. And if you have a Phantom wallet, you've already signed up to a faction. Now, we do have a confirmed date. This is not a target date. This is not when they want it to be. The confirmed date is when they're actually sure that it's going to be coming out, which is now December 16, in 2 days' time from this video, if you're watching it. And we're also looking at a few other items in the Star Atlas timeline here that we might touch on. So in regards to score, we've already seen some of the initial gameplay. And to my knowledge, Moonman, I think it's just a basic iteration, the first kind of step towards playing the Star Atlas game, where you can just take your ships, stake it to the faction that you're in, and then you accrue Atlas. While you accrue Atlas, you also have these resources that you have to play. You have to pay to refuel or respec, regun, and just keep going with the missions. That's what it is, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, this game is going to be all about getting your ships out there, doing ship missions. You might see something like take this ship, go on this mission. You're going to be able to leave your computer for probably 5 hours, right? 4 hours. It's going to come back. It might be damaged. You're definitely going to need fuel. You're going to have to feed your crew members. So, you're going to be able to send out ships for an hour or 2, 5 hours, whatever the case may be. We don't know the exact, exactly what's going to happen. And it's going to kind of be like that, and I think it's staking basically, right?
It is.
So that's what's going to happen. And I'm really excited for it. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Awesome. And so that's in 2 days. So if you're watching this video right now, it's probably out by now. We will be covering it very heavily. I'm sure Mr. Moonman will be making a video or two. I will be making some videos. But maybe we should also talk about after score has happened. Once people are able to use their assets, use their ships to be productive. What do you think is going to happen to the Atlas token? We can speculate for a little bit.
Right. I think it's going to go up. I mean, if you're going to have a bunch of people playing a game that requires you to use a token, this token being Atlas, I definitely think it's going to go up in value. I don't see why it wouldn't. There is 45 billion tokens. So, I mean, is it going to go up huge? I don't know, but this is just speculation. But I do believe you're going to see somewhat of a spike, right? Because now you're actually getting to use this token. It now has value, aside from, what they just introduced, which was allowing you to purchase ships with Atlas. So that was like the first integration of being able to use Atlas finally, other than just purchasing it on an exchange. Now we're going to actually be able to, refuel with that, buy food with that, buy... what else? What am I? I'm drawing a blank.
Ammunition.
Food. Yeah, ammunition. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's called the 4 R's. I forget what the fourth one was. But I have some concerns, Moonman, because I feel like let's take a small speculation. If the amount of people stays the same, if no more people comes into Star Atlas, and we have a token that's being given out to people doing the ship missions, and the repair the 4 R's, repair, refueling, restocking, all of that is roughly about 10 or to 20% of the rewards that you're actually receiving from your ships. So I think that's still going to give a huge supply onto the market. This is taking in consideration that there's no more people coming in that are buying Atlas. In that sense, do you agree that the token might not perform very well?
So you're saying the token will basically just recycle itself?
Yeah, it's basically recycling.
I mean, I guess it would stay stable, right? But I mean, it would then just stay at, let's say, 11 cents, for instance. It would just stay at 11 cents. And I think the way to combat anything weird happening is just, if you were to earn $5 of Atlas, then you would earn, what would that be? 100, right?
Yeah, I think so, 100.
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, so you would just earn 100 Atlas, and that would then give you whatever that math is. So you would just get paid out in Atlas for the amount that you're supposed to get paid, right? If you're supposed to get 10 cents, then you're just going to get 1 Atlas. If you're supposed to get $1 worth of Atlas, you're going to get 10 Atlas. I believe is how it would work,
Yeah.
I think.
There's
Like, there's somebody probably better on my team
this.
that's like Viles. This guy's a wizard when it comes to, even Ardo is wizards when it comes to crypto. So
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't speculate too hard.
yeah, maybe that would be my guess. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can speculate hard. I would love to listen to your. I mean, do you think it's going to go up if the number of people playing stays the same? Do you think it's going to go up or down?
I think it'll go down if the amount of people playing stays the same, but it's highly unlikely that we will only stay the same because one, there is more marketing. Two, crypto is huge. People are still discovering Star Atlas. Everyone from EVE Online or all the other sci-fi games are still coming over. We've seen a huge influx of these people. So I think it's highly unlikely for us to stay the same. No. So
yeah, if that's the case, then no, I don't think it's going to stay the same. Of course, if more people come in, but if if the same amount of people that are playing right now play for 10 years, then I think we're just going to see an 11 set Atlas, and then we'll just get paid out more Atlas tokens.
Yep. Yeah, I was hoping now to move the conversation towards the timeline that we can see now. So on the screen, everyone's watching the Star Atlas timeline, the roadmap. We have Score Ship Missions Tier 0, which is going to be coming in 2 days or so now. And we know the Polis DAO staking, this is to stake your Polis token, is now going to be pushed back till I think February to 22nd or February the 3rd, somewhere in February. And this is of course the target date, so it's not confirmed yet. We have a few other things that might be coming very soon. We have the phase 1 should be finishing January, and we have the usernames as well, should be January. What username are you going to be having, Moonman?
Well, I guess I'll keep that on the tuck. Don't want to release it to the public. I don't know when this video is coming out, but I definitely want to be able to claim it rather than let people know. So
yeah, of course. Yeah, actually, and that's actually a big issue. Right? Yeah, I think that might be a big issue people might have a problem with. Like, people would be going out to buy Michael Wagner or Danny or, MetaVerse Explorer or the Moonman, and it's not quite fair for the players that want to just secure their own username. This might be an issue. I don't know how they're going to sort it out. Maybe silent auctions or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can definitely get your name sniped, and it's just another form of GoDaddy, right? You're sniping domain names and seeing what you can grab, and if you could buy chicagobulls.sol, right? What happens?
In the timeline, there's 2 things there that no one really knows what they are. The team is keeping it very close. The first thing is Project Mushroom, and they like to use these little code names. It says confidential, partial vertical slice UE5 playable. So what does that actually mean? So Star Atlas is using Unreal Engine number 5, which is a gaming engine, to create the game and to create the metaverse. So this gives us an idea that we might be able to play a small section of the Star Atlas metaverse through Project Mushroom.
Yeah.
And Project Apple Core as well says here, it's a refined major UE5 module releases. No idea what that means, but both of these projects are slated till the end of 2025. So this is way in advance, 3 years from now, guys. What kind of speculation do you think Mushroom or Apple Core are?
I really don't know, because they've been so quiet on it, right? And the most that I do know is coming is here first quarter of 2022. I know they want to release showrooms, right? So we can actually walk around, explore our ships.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can go in it, but we definitely are going to be able to walk around them. And I think that's going to be a really brilliant moment for all the players to see what the team has been working on. And obviously it's going to be a highlight in their career. Just being able to stand next to these gigantic ships,
Yeah.
It's going to be huge, right? And
yeah.
It's one thing to stand next to the ship, but it's also good to admire just the hangar it's going to be in it. I mean, it's lengths of football fields, right? So I think that's what's coming Q1 2022. So that's going to be really great. And then obviously we know there's speculation of the full AAA UE5 game coming quarter 3, quarter 4 of 2022, very well quarter 1 of 2023. But I couldn't really speculate anything more than those two things. What Mushroom and Apple Core could be.
Yeah, all good. So you did mention the Showroom module, which we have on the screen at the moment. So the target release date for the Showroom module is March 15th, 2022, which is, to be honest, not that far away. It's only a couple of months. We're nearly in 2022 already. So I'll read it out for everyone on the screen here. Star Atlas Launcher a launcher. So this is an executable file on your computer with the first Unreal Engine 5 playable experience. Players can connect their wallets to the launcher and load in an initially limited set of NFTs into the showroom to view their digital property in the next-gen UE5 environment. And this is exactly what Mr. Moonman is saying, that we'll be able to stand next to our ships, and hopefully I can connect my VR headset next to it and I can look at my ship in virtual reality.
Yeah, it's going to be really beautiful. I know I'm ready to look at my envoys and all the other ships that I got. It's going to be something spectacular for sure.
Yeah.
Really happy with the team in the community, yeah.
Yeah, same here, man. So you did mention you have an Ohm. Do you have a Rainbow Ohm?
No, envoy. I think.
Oh, Envoy. Yeah, Envoy.
Yeah, envoy. Yeah, I got 10 of them. You know, being
Holy crap.
Yeah, being a bounty hunter, I had to make sure I claimed a couple of them. And I was actually just in a Twitter Spaces not that long ago, and we were talking about that, and I mentioned, being a bounty hunter, I really want to dominate that space and let everybody know that, I'm the bounty hunter of Star Atlas Metaverse. And being a bounty hunter, you got to make sure you have some ships, but you also got to make sure that you have a team around you. So,
of course,
I can only fly one ship I can only fly one ship at a time. So, there's nine ships sitting there, and if anybody out there wants to be a bounty hunter, and you go through the I don't know, if you pass through the questions and whatever may come, right? The resume, maybe you can be a part of the team.
Yeah, right on. And we're looking at some of the pictures of your envoy here, of which you have 10 of them. That's a giant amount there. Are you excited at all for the what is the Fufa Feist? Isn't that similar to a bounty hunter as well? I guess like a stealth kind of bounty hunting.
That's kind of like a stealth one. That's the one that comes out of the rock, correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that we kind of seen something like that in the
trailer,
preview, right?
Yeah.
In the trailer, not that exact one. We all know it's not that exact one, but I think that something like that is really cool. I think another thing that would be awesome for bounty hunting would be the VS Opod, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so the scanner is going to be something really, really cool. And I think Onis, I'm Mud, but I think Onis are going to really have an advantage when it comes to being a bounty hunter, because if I'm not mistaken, the way they read is, what does it say that they can do that's a little bit extra?
Wasn't it stealth and...
Yeah, stealth. And what's the other one?
I'm just trying to get it up now.
Yeah, I was trying to look for it. It's stealth and something else, and I know that was what I was looking at first, but being part of the final frontier, we got to be Mud, so it's Mud all day. And so I think the Onis are going to have a real advantage when it comes to bounty hunting. Yeah,
great, right on. But my playstyle is actually similar to Aethia. I'm going to be the not Ooster. We're going to be naturally in all three factions. We're going to have supply chains in all three factions, and we're going to have access to every resource, so we can at least get a really good supply chain going. And so to do this, I kind of got myself a Rainbow Ohm, kind of to do a luxury resource transport or VIP transport. This sort of playstyle. I have a little compact hero. I have an envoy as well. So definitely not a PvP person. But now I'm thinking about picking up some extra ships. So what kind of ships... So we have 9 new ships being released before December ends. What kind of ships are your members going for?
Yeah, so really we've got
everything.
Such a large... Yeah, everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just really everything. Like, I know I've got myself a tanker, an R8. I got to be able to fuel up during this mini game. But our team really is consisted of a lot of different play styles. We have a lot of different roles. We have channels for each one of those roles, right? So everybody's just grabbing something different, which makes for a great,
ecosystem. Great Everyone helping each other.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody's going to be able to help each other. So I can't really pin a finger on exactly what we're getting. Everybody's just got a little bit of something of everything.
All good. Do you have so the 9 ships coming out? Do you have one that you particularly like that we can have a small look at? So the PSX6 maybe. My favorite, to be honest, is the what do you call it? The Rainbow Chi, the water ship.
Yeah, that thing is sick.
It's sick.
Even that picture, you can you could put your hand in.
Yes,
that,
the control.
And that's so sick, right? That reminds me of the Matrix, right? When they would just turn into what's the bad guys in the Matrix? Mr. Smith, right?
Yeah, the programs.
They would just turn into like gel and stuff, or maybe it was those dudes with the white dreads. They were like turning into like no, they were turning into Ghost. Either way, what I'm getting at is like, yeah, we both agree. It's so sick how you could just put your hand and maybe you turn into the ship itself, right? So
Yeah, I don't know if we can turn into the ship, but maybe the ship controls are like this fluid that engulfs your hand, and you just have to move your hand, and the ship moves.
yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, I don't know if we can turn into the ship. I don't know why I said that, but if we can, Star Atlas, take a look at that and maybe turn into ships.
You heard it here first, Moon Man. Yeah, so we're looking at these pictures on the screen now, and every time I see it, I'm blown away by all the pictures, the quality of it, and the hope that we can own this NFT in real life and stand next to this or stand in this in virtual reality. And that's what really gets me going here.
I agree. What's your favorite out of all the ones that have been released so far?
Favorite one so far.
You can even get top three.
Yeah, so I own some. But my favorite one I cannot afford, and that's the Ecos Tree Arrow. It is $100,000.
That's an anomaly.
It is. It's a legendary, isn't it? Oh, it's an anomaly. Yes, it's an anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't afford this ship. It looks amazing. It looks like a eco paradise on a ship. This is definitely what some of the major DACs, maybe YGG, might be having as the community space. But we're taking these pictures here, and look at this. This is just incredible. I see this, and I'm like, hell yes, I want this. Too bad I can't afford it, though.
Yep. No, these are the ones that make us go, wow. And see, like, man, I just think about the future, and when the day comes and we're able to step on these ships, and everything is just, the vibrations are high, the future is here, and it's 5 years down the road, right? That's the future, and we're able to be in these ships and these ecosystems, and we're hanging out there in the parkways, right? And we're just BSing, and then you get a call maybe, and it's time to go. It's time to go. So you gotta run through. You gotta run through these things. You're bumping into people. You gotta jump into your ship and get the hell out of there and go take over whatever you have to take over, right? It's just crazy, man.
Or some bounty hunters come in. They want to scrap your ship. Oh man.
Yeah, and think about this too, right? What if like I'm now just looking at this picture of these people standing out there, like, what if they're like, obviously we can shoot at this ship. You could take the ship out. Yeah, I don't know how long. I don't know how spongy it's going to be, but it's gonna be able to take some massive damage, right?
Yep.
But what if you're able to like break through that glass, right? And you can you've just torn up that glass, it's shattered. One of these 2 sections, maybe 3 sections are gone, and now you're in there shooting your ship because you see how big it is.
Yeah,
How big it is inside of there, and
get some pierces.
Battle in there, right?
Yep.
And people are pulling out their guns. If it's not in a safe zone, I don't know if you're going to be able to have guns in these areas, but you're like having a fight inside of the damn tree arrow.
Yeah, man.
It'd be crazy, yo.
Man, I think we're getting very excited here. We got to do first steps. Score has to be released, and the showroom, then missions, mining missions, and then what you're saying. I really do hope it does come true though, because that's something that I would want to be a part of, and something I would be live streaming as well. That's crazy. Okay, so we're actually at that 31-minute mark, so we'll think about wrapping it up pretty soon, Moon Man. Do you have any questions for me at all?
Yeah, man. How do you feel? Like, you feel good? Like, you feel good about the community? You feel good about what you're doing? Like, are you happy? Are you good in life?
Yeah, well, in life in general, it's good. I think it's good to have some perspective away from the computer, away from Star Atlas sometimes. And that's just to improve your normal lifestyle. And, people are making strides in this all the time. In regards to Star Atlas, I am feeling good. I wasn't very good for a while because when the news broke of them doing the side deals with the club or doing deals with other, like YGG, other companies, that didn't really make me feel well because I'm in the space because of decentralization. It's not really decentralized to let someone buy something off the market. Everyone's supposed to have a fair go on the market. But then again, this is business. This is how things are done around the world. So I wasn't doing very well, but I'm doing pretty good now. I'm very happy to be making Star Atlas content. I'm happy that you are watching this on YouTube right now. Thank you very much for joining us. And I'm just super glad to be a part of something on the ground floor before it gets super popular, because we, the community, will make it popular. We, create content all the time. We're going to be playing this game. We're going to be, just enjoying ourselves. And other people are going to see this and see that they have a play to earn aspect to this. And the game is actually fun to play. So I'm pretty happy, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, that's good, man. We got to just always make sure everybody's doing all right, checking on everybody. And I think just that in itself